You know, we spend about a third of our entire lives asleep. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's actually going on in there? It's definitely not just downtime. In fact, it's something else entirely. Today, we're going to take a gentle journey inward, into this quiet universe inside our bodies to see the incredible world that wakes up the moment we close our eyes.
So yeah, what really happens when you sleep? Is it just your body powering down like a computer going into standby mode? Is it just inactivity? Or is there something way more complex, way more essential, happening just beneath the surface?
Well, it turns out it's so much more than just rest. And you might be surprised to hear this, but sleep isn't about shutting down at all. It's actually one of the most active times for our internal systems. Think of it like a precisely scheduled appointment for deep maintenance, for repair, for a total reorganization. So let's start this journey right now and really dig into the science of what's happening every single night.
All right, first things first. To really get what's happening during sleep, we have to talk about how our body basically has two different operating modes. It's all run by something called our autonomic nervous system. But the easiest way to think about it is, well, you've got your day mode and your night mode.
So when we're awake, going about our day, we're in day mode. This is run by what's called the sympathetic nervous system. You've probably heard of it as the fight or flight system. It's all about action, engaging with the world, and getting your energy up to deal with everything happening outside of you. But then, when we sleep, we make this incredible switch over to night mode. And this is where the parasympathetic nervous system takes over. Its entire job is the total opposite. It flips inward. The focus becomes all about recovery, repair, all the things the body needs to do to itself.
And this chart, wow, it really lays out how different these two modes are. Day mode is all go, 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 action, using energy, dealing with what's new. But night mode, it's a whole different story. Energy use drops way down. They call it hypometabolism, which is basically like putting your body in a super deep power-saving mode. And check this out, the information it pays attention to, it's not from the outside world anymore. It's proprioceptive, which is a fancy way of saying it's listening to what's going on inside your body. Its whole mission is to get everything back to balance, back to what scientists call homeostasis.
So the big question is, how does your body even know when to make that switch, right? How does it know it's time to go from day mode to night mode? Well, it all comes down to this one tiny but incredibly powerful signal. It's a hormone that comes from deep inside your brain.
And that signal is melatonin. Now, a lot of us think of melatonin as something that just knocks you out, like a sleeping pill. But that's actually not what it does at all. Its real job is much cooler. Think of it like a town crier for your brain. It doesn't force you to sleep. It just runs around yelling, "It's dark! It's dark! Time to get ready for the night shift."
And the way it works is actually pretty straightforward. It's like a chain reaction. First, your eyes notice the light is getting low. That sends a message to a little spot in your brain called the pineal gland. The pineal gland gets the memo and starts pumping out melatonin. Then, that melatonin travels through your bloodstream, gets to your brain, and delivers that one critical message. Hey, it's dark out here. And that's what gets the whole ball rolling for you to start feeling sleepy.
But here's something you might not know. This whole process doesn't stay the same our whole lives. Get this, by the time a person hits 50, their natural melatonin levels can be less than half of what they were when they were a kid. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's a huge change, and it's a big part of why sleep can get, well, a little more complicated as we get older.
Okay, so melatonin has given the signal we're asleep. And now, one of the most amazing things starts to happen. Our brain, our body's command center, starts its nightly deep clean.
No, seriously, your brain literally cleans itself every single night. While you're sleeping, it's actively flushing out all the junk, all the metabolic waste that builds up from a whole day of thinking, feeling, and just being. There's a whole dedicated system for this. It's called the glymphatic system, and it is absolutely crucial for keeping our brains healthy in the long run.
So how on earth does it do that? This part is just mind-blowing. During deep sleep, the actual space between your brain cells expands by about 60%. It's like the city streets suddenly getting wider at night to let the cleaning crews through. This creates these channels for fluid to rush in and wash away all this toxic waste, including stuff like amyloid beta, which you've probably heard of because of its link to Alzheimer's. It's literally like a dishwasher for your brain, and it only runs that deep clean cycle when you're fast asleep.
And this amazing renewal process, it's not just happening in your brain.
Oh no, all over your body there's a kind of overnight repair crew that clocks in and gets to work, rebuilding and regenerating you from the inside out.
I mean, look at the liver. It's your body's main filter, its chemical processing plant, and its ability to regenerate is just astonishing. If it gets damaged, it can regrow up to 2/3 of its own mass. And this super precise controlled reconstruction, it works best when you're resting.
And this repair work goes all the way down to the cellular level. Think about your skin, right? It's your suit of armor. Well, your body is quietly replacing it all the time. We're talking about losing and replacing around 200 million skin cells every single hour. That's what keeps that barrier, your first line of defense, so strong.
Or how about we go even deeper? Inside your bones, that soft tissue, the marrow, it's basically a factory for life. It's pumping out about 2 million new red blood cells every single second. I mean, that's just staggering. And it's what keeps oxygen flowing to every last part of your body. It's a fundamental renewal that just never stops.
So when you step back and look at all of this together, the brain getting rinsed out, the organs regenerating, new cells being made by the millions, you start to see it, don't you? There's this bigger pattern, a sort of quiet, beautiful intelligence that's orchestrating this whole nightly rhythm of renewal.
And this quote, it just says it so perfectly. Each person carries within them a silent composition, an electrical melody that scores the story of their life. It talks about the heart, but it's such a perfect metaphor for everything that's going on inside. This silent, intricate piece of music that's playing within us all the time.
And you know what? Scientifically, that's literally true. Your heartbeat isn't just a simple, steady pulse like a metronome. Nope. The tiny, tiny variations in time between each and every beat create this unique rhythm. It's your own personal signature. It's like a biological Morse code that changes subtly with everything you feel and do. It's this constant, quiet conversation happening between your heart and your brain. So let's put it all together. What we've just seen is this immense, unbelievable amount of work your body does every single night, all without you having to think about it for even a second. From the hormones that signal darkness to the cells that rebuild your organs, this quiet intelligence is working so hard for you. Which really leaves us with just one question, doesn't it? Knowing all of this now, how are you going to protect its time to rest?